They're doing so well. Hate to interrupt you, Casey, but we're about to get jumping into event 2, workout 2, which consists of what?
8-minute AMRAP of 5 deadlifts, 8 box jump overs, and 3 athletes are doing that AMRAP. 1 person is on the rower. Everyone's going to rotate on the rower every 2 minutes. So every athlete will have 2 minutes on the rower, and then the scores for the event will be rounds and reps in the AMRAP, and then total calories rowed as a team. So going to be very, very beneficial to row hard and then come off the rower and enter the AMRAP and still continue to work with a high heart rate. Going to be very tough for some people. Who do you think is going to be pretty good in this first event between these first teams?
I think Team 1 and Team 2 are going to have a good battle here. Team 2, obviously, we know who Sean is, we know who Andy is. Really good athletes in the evening. And then Chelsea and Chloe. So now Chloe, she was with us for a little bit, and then she moved to another job in Salt Lake. And then Chelsea's a morning person, so I don't know much of Chelsea. Do you have any info on Chelsea?
I know she moves well. I know she moves well. Yeah, she can. I've seen her grit and grind in a couple workouts that I've coached in the morning classes before. Team 1, Traci's going to work really hard. Broc, new to the gym. Welcome, Broc. Happy first Grinch games. I know he's gonna be able to work hard. Sandy and Mike D.
Yeah,
you know,
Broc's new, but I mean he's on a team with no slouches. We got Traci,
right?
And then we have Mikey D and Sandy.
All right, in 10 seconds we're gonna take off and go. So let's get ready for this day 1, event 1 of the day. Teams 1 and 2. Let's get after it. Looks like Sean and Mike D are starting on the deadlifts.
Sean's coming out fast. Got those 5 quickly done.
And I'm looking behind here. Chloe is on the rower here. So Chloe's
starting with the rower. Okay.
All right.
Is it Traci for Team 1? It looks like Traci, I believe.
Traci for Team 1. It's very beneficial to start with a strong athlete on the rower here.
There goes Andy. Kind of at the same time, they made the transition. It looks like Andy and Sandy got on the deadlift bar at the same time, but it looks like Andy is the one who's a little quicker to the box. So it's going to be interesting to see how Team 1, I know it's still early on, but I want to see how they can come back from this. But they got plenty of time to work.
You see the interesting techniques here between the stepping over of the box and the jumping over of the box.
Oh, that's right. I think there's 2 athletes that were allowed to step over, right?
Correct.
And then 2
athletes must jump over. Everyone can jump over if they want to, but they do not need to.
Gotcha. Broc making that 155 deadlift just look super easy.
Super easy.
I'm pretty sure he was the winner of event 1 for the front squat, 3 reps.
Oh, actually,
335.
my boy Landon hit him by 10 pounds over yesterday afternoon.
Sneaking at the very end. What did he get?
He hit. Hold on a minute. Bear with.
All right, Team 1 is back to Mike. Mike needs to make sure he tries to hurry up and catch up to Andy. Looks like they're a full person behind. Andy's on the bar now. Looks like he's got a little gingerbread
and there
shirt.
it is.
I like it.
They're coming up on the first 2-minute break. This is going to be interesting to see how this transition goes.
Who's going to be on the rower next? Let's find out.
And who picks this? The paces on the rower have slowed down significantly.
Okay, looks like the switch is here. It looks like Chloe's.
Chloe's
and there
off. It is. See, Chelsea tried to jump on
there's a little bit of confusion going on here.
Yep.
Team 2 doesn't know who they want on the rower, so it looks like Chelsea's going to finish her round of the box jump overs and then immediately gets onto the rower.
Which risks them quite a bit of time, right? Quite a bit of time.
Oh no!
Oh, she fell off the seat.
This is crucial for Team 1. Team 1 might be able to make a move here. Let's see how fast Broc can respond here.
This is very good seeing. I can see and Mike and Team 1 had Mike D on the rower. So imagine the damage Mike D was doing while Chelsea was on the rower, no seat. That's going to be very, very interesting to see what comes out of these final scores here. Look at that pull on Mike D. Oh, man.
Chloe's feeling the effects of the 2-minute row, and then she got right on to the deadlifts and box step overs, and her quads looked like they were just a little fatigued.
Andy pulling that 155 like it's nothing.
Oh, making
That's
quick
how
work
we
of
like
those
to
box
see
jump
box
overs.
jumps.
Oh, and here we go, Traci. Our first appearance of Traci on the barbell. She's making the deadlifts look nice and easy here.
Nice and smooth. 105 for Traci, gathering. Here we go. Great looking box jump overs, good pace.
There you go, Traci. So it looks like Team 2 here, Andy and Sean, have adopted the lateral box jump overs, and it seems to be doing well for them. Team 1 here, I believe they're going to need to adapt to that strategy, or they're going to continue to get left behind. So let's see if Broc can adapt here. Let's go, Broc.
Working on the step over.
There you go. He's still moving at a pretty good pace.
Got to be careful of being tired on the box. Being tired on the box.
Okay, so it looks like in 10 seconds here, they're going to be switching off the rowers again. Let's see who transitions from Team 1 and Team 2. All right, looks like.
So reaching the halfway point of the workout, athletes looking fatigued at 4 minutes.
Halfway.
You got 8 minutes total, 4 minutes to go with another workout, roughly 15 minutes, 12, 15 minutes after this. It's going to be interesting to see if the athletes start to pull back.
I'm very curious to see how they recover. Do you know how much time they have before the next?
Only 12 to 15 minutes.
12
That's
to 15.
And then remember, in the next workout, we have 50 calories on the bike twice as a team.
Ooh.
So going to be interesting to see how the quads, how the legs are doing, especially after front squats yesterday. These first two teams at a slight disadvantage. The teams at the end of the day, if they're listening, if they're tuning in, could potentially have a little bit of an advantage here.
That's the benefit for, I guess, people like us. We get to watch these guys. We get to see the strategies, and we can adapt to it. Mike back on the deadlift here. Deadlift's looking really good. Mike over there, it's still in his sweater. He's a little cold, man.
Right? Next to that open door.
Mikey D, take it off, bro. Let's go.
Got that airflow in here. Broc on the rower,
Broc
Sean on the rower.
Team 1, right?
Yep, team 1 for Broc. He's on the rower rowing hard. I know he's got a strong power output. He front squat 335 for Broc yesterday.
335. That's
Landon 345.
Oh,
big numbers.
right at the end.
Big numbers for the teams yesterday.
Yeah.
Andy still hitting him with the lateral box jump overs. Very, very strong work.
All right, Chloe from Team 2 makes her way back to the deadlift bar, making easy work of it. Now she works back onto the box jump overs or step overs. She's doing a little bit of both, but I'm proud of her. These reps look a lot better than her first transition off of the rower. Her quads seem to have recovered here. This is good.
See Sean laboring on the rower over there.
10 more seconds.
I can hear Andy right out here hollering at him.
Ooh, I was waiting for that. It looked like Team 2 made a good transition. I'm looking for teams that have strategy here and who are aware of the clock and notice that there's about 10 seconds left. And that's when I think they should consciously communicate with their teammates and be like, all right, let's make the switch here. Because early on, we saw Team 2, there was some confusion. And I believe Chelsea was box jumping for a couple extra seconds before she made her way to the rower.
They did not plan their rower change well enough where she had to finish her whole round before she could jump on the rower, which cost them valuable time on the rower, and people were just standing around waiting on one person. This event needs 2 people working at all times.
Exactly. And I mean, they seem okay. They're definitely, it looks like they're going to win the seat, but they got to account for the other teams that are going to go after them. So hopefully Team 2 can minimize these small errors. And I can't wait to see how they respond to workouts 3 and 4. Or 3, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, looks like Broc got a second sail in his win.
I believe we are just under a minute left in this first workout.
Yep, we got 40
Chelsea
seconds left.
looking very bouncy on these box jump overs.
There you go. Oh, she's going. The strategy she's adopting here, though, it's like she's continuously spinning in a circle. Hopefully, she didn't get a little dizzy there.
Hopefully, the 8 is just a short enough rep scheme that we don't dizzy up the athletes. Critical times here. Sean's still able to perform the lateral box jump overs. Very good.
Yeah, like you said, there's under a minute left. It looks like the athletes are going as hard as they can here. 10 more seconds. Every rep counts.
Sandy on the rower for
3.
Team 1.
Time. Nice job. I don't know about you. I'm thinking Team 2 pulled away with the win there, but it looks like a great showing from both teams.
Great showing.
Now, like I think what you said, they have about 12, 15 minutes of rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see how they're going to recover, but I can't wait to see what happens in workout 3.
It's very, very. The scores are being calculated there. You can see Shelby and Tiffany graciously came in early this morning to judge these athletes and these teams. I believe we'll see Tiffany working next on Team 4. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, guys. If you guys are just now tuning in, welcome back to Grinch Games 2020 with RC Fit. We just concluded workout 2, which was what, Casey? What was workout 2?
8-minute AMRAP. The athletes were working. Ooh, live scores, friends, live scores. The athletes were working.
8-minute AMRAP. One athlete is rowing for 2 minutes. The other 3 athletes, they go in, it says Congo style of deadlifts. What is it? 8 deadlifts?
5 deadlifts.
5 deadlifts. I'm sorry. 5 deadlifts.
8 box jump overs.
Or 8 box jump overs. And then they would, like I said, they would go Congo line at the 2 minutes. They would switch, and then the next person would get on the rower. So it looks like I just got the results from Team 2. This is Squad 2. So it looks like they rowed a total of 146 calories.
Whoa.
That is crazy. What is their total reps in the workout?
Team 1 here rowing 151 calories. So Mike D in that transition, right? Remember how Chelsea wasn't rowing for that small amount of time, right? Team 1 was able to overcome that time where Team 2 wasn't moving on the rower and come up with 151 calories.
Wow. 5 more calories. 5 more calories than
Very good. Very good. And let's see here. Team 2 had a total rounds, of 21 rounds plus 2 reps. Big there.
Oh, that's how you're
big there. 21 rounds plus 2 reps. Team 1 had 18 rounds plus 3 reps. So as you can see, the athletes right now, we can see them on our camera. You guys can't because you guys are looking at our beautiful mugs this morning. Athletes from all teams are scattered across the gym just trying to grab their breath right now. They got to be under 10 minutes of rest until they're going to transition to the next workout. Workout number 3, the final workout for the day, is going to be 50 calories on the bike, a 50-foot sandbag throw over the head or over the shoulder if possible. The sandbag weights are 75 and 50. Athlete teams are going to have to choose which pairs go with who to go through this. At the other end of the floor, we have 50 synchro sandbag squats, and then the teams are going to lunge back 50 feet. One of the athletes has to have the sandbag the whole time, and then they have 50 more calories on the bike as a team together, as a pair. So athletes 1 and 2 will go, transition to athletes 3 and 4. Athletes 3 and 4 will do the same workout. It'll be very interesting to see how the quads hold up after squatting yesterday. And then this workout here with the rowing, going to be very, very interesting. Strong scores.
Lots of leg works. The last workout sounds like a long workout. So I think.
All right. And so right now we're just getting word here. Soon enough here we're gonna have an interview with an athlete after this. It's gonna be Chelsea. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see
from Team 2
how she feels. And let's see here. It'll be good. I want to have maybe Kevin can ask her about that rower transition. Would be really interesting to see how she feels about that, and then how her legs are feeling here. But gonna be really, really interesting to see how these athletes are doing. We're going to throw it over to Kevin and Chelsea right now.
First workout, you're going to get to hear from an athlete. Chelsea, tell me what that felt like as you came off that rower and had to do the work.
Oh man, it's crazy because your legs are already dying, and then I had an awful moment when I first got on the rower. I was pulling too hard, and I felt right off my chair.
You can fall off that seat very easily.
And then it's hard, you're going from the deadlifts to the box jumps, your legs are already dead. So it was,
Tell me, I see you're getting some fuel in you right now.
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling? What are you worried about in this next workout?
I'm honestly worried about the lunges. And I just got told by my team that I'm doing that because we're doing one person's doing the squats, and I have the lunges. But oh well.
All right.
Yep,
Well, I'm going to let you
get
get you back in there so that you can get ready for the next heat, get that strategy going.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Kevin.
Does look like Team 2, COVID's Little Helpers, that's the team name, came away with the win. They got 21 rounds plus 2 reps and then 146 calories. Meanwhile, Team 1, they got 18 rounds plus 3, and then they got, I believe, 151 calories. So they were able to beat them on the calories, but it looks like Team 2 is going to continue to add to their lead. They're currently sitting in first place. Let's see how Team 1 can respond here, because it was Team 2 who did take event 2. Now, Casey, again, can you please reiterate, what exactly are the athletes doing here?
Athletes are sharing the bike. Athletes 1 and 2 are going to share the bike. They're going to go for a total of 50 calories. Once they're done here, it looks like teams of the late probably going to pick up the 50-pound sandbag. I know that was the plan I heard over there. And the 50-pound sandbag will go over the shoulder or over the head. They'll toss that for 50 feet. Then we're going to see 50 synchro sandbag squats. Athletes can alternate no matter when they want to. And then we will see a 50-foot sandbag lunge. Only one of the athletes has to hold the sandbag at a time. And then we see another 50 calories on the bike shared between the team.
50 calories on the bike. So what's the strategy here? If we notice, it looked like on Team 2, Chloe just barely got off the bike, while Sandy got off a little earlier. What do you think they're switching at? You think they're doing like 15, 10 calories?
It may be a 15 and 10 calories. I know if you're feeling a little bit fresh, you may want to go the 15 calories at first and then back that up with a potential 10 calories and letting the stronger person do a couple more calories, or potentially doing a 10-10, 10-10, 5-5. More transitions that way. Just going to be very interesting to see how teams are breaking here and what the transitions are going to look like.
I see. Another thing I want to touch on, and this might be me just going overly critical, but I saw that Traci and Sandy were going together. Now, this is just very small. When Sandy got off, Traci came in and she had to raise the seat. Now Sandy's coming back on. It looks like Sandy's going to have to lower the seat. But Sandy and Broc are about the same size. Same with Traci and Mike. So maybe Traci and Mike should be going while Sandy and Broc go together.
It's very interesting here, yes. And then, Traci, very strong athlete here, could have maintained and could have handled the 75-pound bag if needed. And so that's a very interesting strategy, something that the teams are going to have to think of later on in the day. And we can see Chelsea laboring a little bit. Got to keep those hands.
Yeah,
got to keep those hands on the handles.
Bike.
Oh, man.
Oh, but they got it. They're first on the on the bag.
So they must have done a 25-25. But you can see how the 25 calories affected Chelsea with the sandbag.
Little sluggish right off of the bike, off of the bike. But, I mean, it's to be expected. But meanwhile, look at Chloe. She is just launching that. What is that, 50 pounds?
It is a 50-pound bag, it looks like. They're coming headed right down the gym. It looks like if she could toss this really far just one time over the line there. Okay, we'll see. The athletes will stand on the X's here, being distant from each other. We need probably Chelsea to step back a little bit further. But they are now doing 50 synchro sandbag squats. And then Sandy and Traci are making their way down.
That is right. Traci and Sandy on camera 3 are making their ways to try and catch up with Chloe and Chelsea.
They're working. Tiffany telling them they need to go a little bit lower on those synchro squats.
Keeping them honest. I like it. And what's going on here, Casey? You said they have to do synchro squats, right?
Synchro squats. So we're meeting at the top. You can squat together on the way down. Everyone has to stand up and meet at the top when they finish their squat. We see here, feeling the effects of workout 1 already. You can see that Team 1 is starting to slow down here. It looks like Chloe and Traci. And they got it there. The communication is key
or
here,
Chelsea, I'm sorry. That is definitely true. Communication is key. But take a look at Traci and Sandy. I don't think they've stopped. I think they caught up.
Yep, they are moving. Their pace has not broken up there. Their pace hasn't broken. These athletes have been at Roy Community Fitness for a while. They know how to feel during workouts. They know where they can press and where they need to break. And See, as we see here, athletes transitioning. Very good. It's going to be very interesting to see. Oh, and the positions
Ooh,
of the
look at
sandbags.
this. I like the strategy coming out of Sandy here.
Sandy with the sandbag on the back of her shoulders, perfecting more of a back squat. As you can see, she's leading the pace here, and Traci is just following.
She is moving
because
quickly.
she has no weight with her.
I really think that Team 1 made up a lot of ground here. I'm very interested to see who starts their descent back to the other side of the gym. Lunges, right?
Lunges.
Lunges, all
Lunges
right.
here. Lunges going to be very, very hard on the athletes, their legs, and then they have to get back on the devilish assault bike.
Oh, man.
Going to be very, very tough here for the athletes to trust their legs and trust their fitness here. Going to be a really good test. I'm excited how these workouts are looking with
here
the
we
program.
go. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it looks like Team 1 has taken the lead. They are going back with their lunges.
Traci looking very, very strong on the lunges here. Sandy just working and walking right with her. These do not have to be synchronized, friends. We just need the athletes to bring the sandbag back, step a foot across the line, get their butts back on the bike, and transition with the athletes 3 and 4.
Very good. They got a pretty decent lead here. Sandy needs to get on the bike, and she just needs to continue to add on that lead because it does look like Team 2 is marching on their way back here. Now, I think it's very imperative for Team 1 to get a nice, good lead here because Team 2, the men on that team, they're no slouch.
No, Team 2, no slouch. The guys coming up next, Sean and Andy, are going to be chomping at the bit to get going. We're probably going to see some massive turnover on the bike. It's going to be interesting to see how they can hold the turnover on the bike. I know they're going to go out hot. They have to go out hot if they want to try to take this event win back from team number 1 here. It's going to be very, very interesting to see the calories output on the bike and how quickly they can do this.
This is going to be explosive. You have Sean and Andy, very, very good athletes, going to the bike. But then we also have Broc and Mike, bigger, larger athletes, going to be able to produce a lot of power. So it's going to be very interesting to see who gets off the bike first with the men.
And let's see here what Chelsea and Chloe are going to do. It does not look like they're going with the same technique of 25 calories and 25 calories. There's a quick transition there from Chelsea to Chloe. And Traci, output on the bike right now, is doing very, very good.
She's moving well. She's looking strong. I saw earlier, it looked like Chloe gave a look over there like, man, how is she going? I'm tired.
Chloe looking like she's pushing through sand. Traci pushing and digging deep right now. You can see hands firmly on the handlebars, pushing and pulling.
Pushing and pulling.
Key to the Rogue Echo bike to get this thing going. This is not a very nice piece of equipment. It feels like it's pulling you down the entire time.
Yep. So after this last bike, this is it, right?
This is it. This is it for the ladies.
They need to go, and they just need to. They realize they're done after this. This games is over, ladies. So let's just finish this strong. Put your men up there.
They can go have a nice brunch after this. Right? It's still pretty early in the morning.
Yeah. That's the benefits of being the first heats.
Oh man, I would be thinking about a nice breakfast burrito by this point, but it's okay. A great shot here of Sandy and Chelsea working, pushing through. You can see the grit on Sandy's face right now.
Sandy is fighting.
Feeling a little bit of pain here. This is it. This is all you have to finish up with. Chelsea communicating with Chloe out there. This is very good to see athletes communicating with each other. The guys have got to be chomping at the bit. You can see them over in the transition area here, and they're waiting socially distant away.
Oh, look at Chloe.
Chloe, back on the bike.
There you go, second win. Look at her. Okay. All right, Chloe. There you go. Look, and you could hear the cheers from their teammates here. So this is really important for them. It's definitely going to give them that extra push.
Traci back on the bike, pushing extremely hard, looking to transition. She's got to be her final time on the bike here because looks like Shelby's hand is in the air. This is very good. Exciting to see what Mike D and Broc have to offer and see if they can maintain this extra bit of time.
A bit of what's going on here, Mike?
A little bit of confusion.
He needs to get on that and go. All right, he's getting
Here he goes.
There we go, Mike. Oh, yeah. Look at that pace.
Big. These calories that Mike is putting down while Chelsea and Chloe are still on the bike are going to be huge for team number one. Really, really big for team number one. The output, you can see Andy and Sean just waiting in the wings, getting ready to put this workout to bed. Mike, just an extremely good turnover here.
Man, that is just incredible. Casey, I have to ask you, though, when you do this, what's the strategy here? Is it smart to put your girls together and your guys together? What do you think?
It would be interesting to see. I know when in the past when I've tested a workout like this, it was good to have the girls on the 50-pound bag. Just you could see
that's true.
On team number one, Traci was able to lunge that 50-pound bag all the way back by herself. There's no need to switch. We're not requiring anyone to switch. So if an athlete is a little bit weaker on the sandbag, it would be smart to put them potentially with someone that could lunge the entire way.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so it looks like Team 2 here has finally made their way to the bike. Now let's see if Sean and Andy can make a move here on the bike.
How do the legs feel? How do the legs feel after this?
Did Mike do all 50? I don't think I saw Broc on the bike at all.
He may have just done a few. I think I saw him just get off the bike. He may have just done a couple of calories on the bike. We can split this up however we want.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be even.
Smart
strategy here on the bike, potentially saving Broc's legs for the later 50.
Wow, smart.
Great communication on Team 1's part.
Now, Casey, another question I would like to ask you here. So now, if the women are going first, right, and it takes some, I don't know, 10-ish minutes, what are you and your teammate, who's your teammate, Landon, what are you and Landon going to be doing while you guys are on the sideline to remain warm when it's your turn?
Oh, man, I think I'm going to be plenty warm from workout number one. I think I'm going to enjoy that extra bit of rest time, I'll tell you.
That's true. All right, so we got Andy on the bike here. It looks like he's got a pretty nice, good pace here. Off the bike here. Are they done? Does not look like they're done. So they might be doing a 15-10 strategy as well, but we'll see. Meanwhile,
coming back, Sean is on the bike now. We've seen two transitions. Sean might be finishing this up. It looks like Andy is getting ready. He's getting ready to go to the sandbag. Andy, a big sandbag throw here, going back over to Sean, and then up with Mike and Broc.
They're stopped right now. This is not good because Team 1 is right on their heels.
So you can see Mike with a lot of calories on the bike is not able to recover for the squats. It's going to be very, very hard to recover while continuing to move. It's going to take a lot of fitness to be able to do that.
A lot of fitness, and that's what these athletes have. That's what we practice here at RC Fit.
Looking at Sean and Andy here, they had just finished their first transition. I don't know how many reps they hit, but they are moving extremely well with each other. And they are moving very, very good. Well, the other team...
Looks like there's some confusion going on. They took a little bit of time there. Looks like they were just trying to clarify some things with the judge. But looks like they're squatting again. I don't know how much Team 2 has caught up here, but it'll be interesting to see who starts the lunges first.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. The race is back on.
Look at the pace of Andy's squats.
Andy isn't stopping.
Look at him looking over at Mike.
And he wants Sean to keep up here.
Come on, Sean.
He's doing double the amount of squats with Sean. Oh, I'm thinking Andy should have kept that sandbag.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have just let Sean. He should have just let Sean do air squats. He should have kept the sandbag.
Yeah.
All right, looking at Mike and Broc here.
Looks like they're making a switch here. I don't know how many more reps do they have. It doesn't look like their judge's hand is still up, but it looks like they're both behind.
Well, here we go. Mike said, "I'm going to lunge this."
He said, "Let me."
He said, "Follow me. Let's do this thing."
Nice job.
That's great communication. He took a couple of breaths, and they're on their way lunging down the floor.
On their way back to their final 50 calories on the bike. Where is Team 1 at? Or, I'm sorry, Team 2 at? Sean went straight to the lunges right after the squats. Let's see how that does for him. Looks like Andy's a little fresher. Might need to make a switcher, but Sean is doing really well.
Mike D back on the bike.
Back on the bike. Yeah, he
He's
sees the
gonna
other team
dig
coming in,
hard.
so he needs to dig in
He's got to
here.
dig hard. These guys are going to try to put a big amount of power output. We can see some very heavy breathing between Andy and Sean right
is
now.
looking fatigued there.
They worked very, very hard on those squats to get caught back up.
Andy's on the bike here. Here it comes. Let's see.
Dancing on the pedals.
Let's see who's got it.
We got Broc back on the bike for Team 1.
Broc is looking a little fatigued. Andy's moving well. Andy's really got to dig here, though. But is it enough for Sean? How many calories did Andy do there? He wasn't on there that long. I'm really only thinking he probably got 10.
10. I'm thinking a 10-10 maybe. A 10-10. It's going to be interesting.
I think if they want to make a move here, they need to do something big, and they need to do it like right now.
Turnover's looking a lot faster for Sean than it is Broc.
Right,
Broc and Mike transitioning. Mike, here we are. We're seeing a transition. We got to raise the seat.
Raise
Mike,
the seat. They're
struggling with that a little bit.
This opens up the door, but Sean and Andy, they need to realize that, and they need to capitalize on it. Oh, look at him go. Mikey D said, Oh, okay, here's Andy. Andy looked like he was in a hurry to get back up on the bike. I don't know if they're close. Is Broc getting back on? Broc is getting back on. Oh, this is going to be close.
Back on. And Mike tried to help with transition, but it lowered the seat too far.
He lowered the seat, but Broc is still taking time. Okay, there we go. Broc is moving now. He's moving at a good pace.
Broc moving now. This hopefully is going to be the final stretch for Team 1, and they'll clock out. Sean
has to go. He has to go.
What's going to happen here? We really need Sean to dig to catch back up with team number 1.
I think Broc is going to finish here. Sean is picking up the pace. This is good.
Looking for the judge's hand to be in the air.
Broc is off. Is he done? Is he done?
Oh,
no,
Mike's back on the bike.
Mike's back on. He didn't even raise the seat. He's being smart. He got right on, and he's going.
In the air.
He is going.
Mike is standing.
Come on, Mike. You got to go. There you go. Oh, both judges' hands are up. Both judges' hands are up. 4 calories, 3 calories for for Andy. What's Mike got? 2. Whoa. Okay, we're going to have to go. It looks like they both finished at the same time.
What
just happened?
We are going to have to go to the judges for this. This was too close to call from the cameras.
Oh, my
We couldn't even see it. This is bananas.
What a great finish. Looks like all the athletes are just lying on the floor. Great effort, guys. What a great effort. And what a great way to close out your guys' Grinch Games 2020.
This carnage, we can hear Kevin yelling in the gym in the background. This carnage right now is insane.
I'm dying to know.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Okay,
Unofficially. Well, no, this is officially because these are the scorecards from the judges.
Okay, guys.
And I'm sorry, this is going to be very disappointing for the listeners.
Oh, no.
16:51 for both teams.
Oh, dude, we're not going to the tenths of a second?
No, we don't have it on the clock. I don't have it on the clock.
There you guys have it. There is no clear-cut winner. Actually, there is. Both teams are winners because they both tied. What was the time? 16:51. 16:51. Team 1 and Team 2 finished workout 3 in 16:51.
It's wow. I'm a little bit speechless. There was a lot of energy. I could feel the energy. Coming through. Hello and welcome back. We're here. I know you were just listening to us, but we're here sitting inside of the kids' room, which is, I'm going to call it our studio today.
This is our studio. Welcome to our studio. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome back to the Grinch Games 2020. Now, we just finished workout 3, the last workout of Grinch Games. Teams 1 and 2 just finished our event 3. Event 3, again, real quick, was 50 calories on the bike. Then it was a sandbag throw over the shoulders, 50 feet. Then it was 50 synchro squats, 50 foot lunges back, and then they ended on the calories again. And Team 2 and Team 3 tied at 16:51. I believe it's 16:51. But now we're going to tune in with Kevin. Kevin has Sandy from Team 1. Here she is.
Can you guys believe what just happened in that heat? Photo finish. I think they finished in the same second. I got Sandy with us here. Tell me how that workout felt. What did that feel like?
It was terrible.
I was already tired when we started, but
You only had 12 minutes between heats, right?
Right.
Were you feeling the effects of that first one?
yeah, for sure. The squats were very, very hard. Surprisingly, I'm actually good at squats, but those are really hard after doing all of the biking.
After all the biking, you got the quad pump coming on, the bikes, and then it starts to really feel it on those squats. And then you hit the lunges. What are the lunges like?
Well, luckily I had an awesome partner, Traci, and she lunged the whole time with the sandbag. I only had to do my body weight, but so that was pretty easy for me.
That's one of the good things about this format is the partner can pick you up when you need it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's always a plus there. Well, congratulations, 2020. You got your 2020 Grinch games in the books.
Thank
Your
you.
team did awesome. Well done.
Thanks.
Hear from Sandy. That was great. Amazing output between teams 1 and 2. Great way to finish off your final event of the Grinch games. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
That's